Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So today I like to share with you an extremely important issue of Wing Chun. This will be a long YouTube. I will speak slowly and you can watch it with 1.5x speed. Now, this YouTube is not for everybody. This YouTube is only for those who is serious in Wing Chun, who care for Wing Chun. This YouTube is not for those people who think, oh, this is my lineage, that is his lineage, and this is my style, my grandmaster. No, not for that. This YouTube is for those who really care, want to know about Wing Chun, who we are, where we from, how is it, so that we all can progress, we can proceed to the future. This YouTube is not for those grandmaster, this grandmaster that, I know it all. It's absolutely not that. So do not watch this YouTube, okay? Because you will not be pulling back. Because this is the facts every serious Wing Chuner should know. Now let's start. So in the past few days, I've been sharing this Wing Chun snake body, 7 bowls, and within that you have this kinematic change, kinetic change. How we can see the ancient Wing Chun practice in today's physics and science. Also, I share on the breathing, the basic breathing in Wing Chun one must have, okay? Also, I have shared that what is a Wing Chun sticking body short strike here. So this is 2 weeks ago. So I am trying to get across something really, really serious. Because all serious Wing Chunner deserve to know all this. Now, so out of the blue, 2-3 days ago, I received this message saying that this person gave the Wing Chun world the impression that this Wun Yuan leg is superior to your force flow because he say force flow take too long because you have to absorb the opponent's force and lead it to the ground before the rebounding the opponent force off the ground and back up. Whereas his Wun Yuan leg is faster because he doesn't use the ground. Now, so I wrote this. This is exactly unbelievable. When I talk about force flow clearly here, I describe why it is called force flow in physics. It has got nothing to do with me, okay? It is to describe how the ancient are using their strength and how is it in the same directions of today's kinematics. It's called force flow because there is science behind it. There's a time delay, there's sequence and all sort of stuff. And yet people don't see that. This is like go to movies, okay? Having this fantasy movie. Oh, I have this super Ultraman laser beam. You have this cannon, what Z ball or whatever heck, and completely ignore what I present, which is the physics and kinematic change. Force flow is about that. So what the heck is this Wu Yan Leg stuff? Where Wu Yan Leg is faster because it doesn't use ground. Are you serious? Are you Ultraman that you fly or what? Okay. I say this here, I mention here, I raise it up here is people need to have a clear mind to watch my YouTube. Okay. That's why this channel is for education and culture. This channel is not for gossiping, who have what's fudging, all those bullshit. And when you face Xi Xiaodong, you cannot last a few seconds. Okay. Why? Because you're living in a delusion. So anybody who watch my YouTube has to watch it carefully, digest what I'm saying, okay? And stop posting, sharing this with me on this something which doesn't have to use ground. So this is one thing. Now, get to the next thing, which is I want to share with you today. That's why it is very critical that you need to know. So for this thing, please watch my YouTube carefully on what is impulse, what is mobility continuum, what is kinetic change, what is kinematic change, instead of getting this, what the heck is this, Kung Fu movie or what? Okay. So I often get suggestions from Wing Chun friends like this. If you keep insist you are the only one has the absolute truth, then you will always be argued by ones who think differently. Well, these friends means good, I understand. I appreciate that. However, these friends do not understand what I'm doing, do not understand why I make this channel, and also do not understand that the truth in Wing Chun is not about thinking. So today I like to share with you. Now, on anybody want to understand me, okay? If you guys have the mentality of thinking that I keeping in sitting me are the only one has the absolute truth. If you think like that, I suggest that you go watch this movie, okay, this YouTube. This is the final scene with the emperor in The Last Samurai, okay? What I am doing is exactly the same with the American captain played by Tom Cruise do in The Last Samurai. Go watch this scene so you understand me, what I'm doing. Okay? I'm not doing this kind of stuff. I'm doing this. Anybody want to argue and think, well, that is their freedom. But I am doing exactly what the American captain played by Tom Cruise do in The Last Samurai. So watch this this YouTube, okay, by Cinema Fan Club. Thanks for him to share this, so you understand what I am doing instead of you're guessing what I'm doing. Okay. So let's start with this technical stuff, heavy technical stuff. So the first thing, A, lineage, grandmaster, and subjective personal experience, opinion alone do not tell the proper history and art. This has been happening for past hundreds of years. It never tell the proper history and art. I'm going to share with you later on, okay? Demanding acceptance, respect, when one can present the history and technical in details by evidence, but subjective, superficial generalization claim is fault mindset which cause one not be able to learn. No professional will buy into this. Later in this YouTube, you will see why. The second point I want to make is, why is proper Wing Chun history very important? Without it, one have no way to know what is the type of the art. You have no idea what it is without you knowing the history. Why is proper technical very important? Without it, one cannot develop the proper skill. Okay, that is just the bottom line. You don't know what it is. How can you develop what you don't know? Mimicking movie. Okay. Why is presenting the teaching in modern physics and science is important? Without it, one doesn't know if one develop the proper skill or daydreaming. So one become like this. One become like this. There is a Wun Yan Lek is faster because he doesn't use the ground. Okay, and your force flow because he says your force flow take too long because you have to absorb the opponent force and lead it to ground. Oh my God. So you live in the world, have no action reaction force. It is hopeless, okay? So that's why I state this point. Now, all of this is one thing. The proper history and art is not up for people like today in Wing Chun. Past whatever years, decades, people like to make up their stuff, okay? And then people demanding other people to respect you because you're a grandmaster. Your teacher is a grandmaster. Do you know that whatever all this in the surface of the Wing Chun, which is looks really busy, very good, everybody have their style and everything. Do you know that deep under in the Chinese martial art community, it is a disaster? Let me share with you one thing. This is writing about Wing Chun, and this is from a White Crane, Fujian White Crane Grandmaster, pretty well known. I don't want to drop name. So over here, this is the last sentence, okay, because it's talk about Wing Chun and so forth, okay? This is from here to here. Let Google translate for you. So this thing. So let's read it. So it's the head of the five elderly of Southern Shaolin. Wu Mei is the master of Fujian's Shaolin White Crane boxing. I recently changed the Fujian White Crane boxing and I have practiced for a decade and create a style. Okay, there's what people say, and then say Mr. Liang Teng is a direct disciple of Grandmaster Yip Man. After more than 10 years of research, he believed in the story of original of the boxing technique he learned. It is not something I create out of thin air. The Fujian White Crane fish introduced from Fujian in Taiwan, whether it is this Fei Ming Su Qi Zhonghe, Zhonghe single branch crane, double branch crane, Taiju crane, all originate from Wing Chun on Yongchun, White Crane Quan, which is from Fujian. The ancestors are all Fang Qiniang. So he means that all the ancestor of the White Crane from Fujian is Fang Qiniang. As for someone referring to Wing Chun or even Bruce Lee, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, it is ignorant and ridiculous. So this grandmaster draw a line there, okay? Their ancestor is Fang Qiniang, and this is their Fujian White Crane family, okay? So intentionally or unintentionally related to Wing Chun or Bruce Lee, it is ignorant and ridiculous. So he draw the line, okay? White crane, come on. So here, he said, if there's people who intention or not intentionally link it with Wing Chun or Bruce Lee, that is ridiculous and really laughable. Okay, so the Fujian White Crane grandmaster already draw the line, say, hey, don't involve us. Okay, and then here it said, it is very regrettable that people who practice martial art do not know the origins and the lineage of their master. Pulling up someone else's skirt to cover your feet is sad and stupid. Meaning that you don't know who is your father or your mother, and you just take whoever who is rich and famous to be your father or mother. That is sad and stupid. This is from White Crane Grandmaster who draw the line with Wing Chun. Okay. Now, in the Chinese martial art, one has to be really careful. You need to know who is like your father, your mother, your origin, and your lineage of your master. Or else people look down on you. Okay. That is an implicit unwritten rules. Why do you think Grandmaster Yip Man, prior to his pass away, in his interview say, please tell the world, Shaolin Wing Chun and Wing Chun are two different styles? Because he want to clear this thing up so that the later generations don't get into this. Okay? This is serious stuff, really, really serious stuff in Chinese Kung Fu. You get looked down really, really bad, okay? So it's like you don't know even your father and mother and where you come from, and then you just take somebody's who is rich and famous, and you say, oh yeah, I know that guy is my father, that guy is my mother. This is the bottom line, okay? So Grandmaster Yip Man, as what I said, he said that is because he want to leave a trace for the later on Wing Chuners. He make it clear here. Now, due to the Chinese martial art community have this type of practice, looking down on people if you don't have a solid source, root where you come from, okay? If you do not know your origin and your lineage of your master and so forth, it is a sad and stupid thing. People look down on you due to people have that. That is why for past 100 years, Wing Chun was attacked. Liang Zhan was attacked. This is almost 100 years, this clip. Here, in this book, it said clearly, eternal spring and praising is just a name. It doesn't matter whether it's valid or not valid. Okay? As soon as you can sell a lot of money, it doesn't matter that you are legit or not legit. This is practically calling Wing Chun a bastard. It's like it doesn't matter you are Henry Job or you are Henry Lee. It doesn't matter your last name. As soon as you can go make some money, it doesn't matter you're legit or not. This is trashing you, trashing the entire Wing Chun, okay? Same thing here. Oh, are you from Shaolin, Songshan Shaolin, or are you from Southern Shaolin, from Mui? Is questioning Grandmaster Yip Man right in the spot, in the book. And here, again, it say that, oh, Yip Man is the guy who named the name Praise Spring. something like that, okay? And here he said, oh, Liang Zhan is the guy who changed the name. And as soon as you do not clear with who you are, where you're from, you will fall into this. You'll fall into this. See, when people attack Liang Zhan and attack Grandmaster Yimai. So that is a very bad practice in Kung Fu tradition. People look down on you. It's not one single person, the community love the hell out of you, okay? So that is the reality. If Wing Chuners do not get this thing clear, you can close your eyes and like a doo-doo bird, put your head on into the hole and keeping argue your opinion, your thinking. The entire world's laughing the hell out of you. Okay? You like it or not, it happened. Happened 100 years ago. This is only last year or a few months ago. Okay? Now, of course, you have Xi Xiaodong put this YouTube out. It doesn't help. It is even worse, making Wing Chun laughable. So this is the situations. You cannot say, well, I don't care, you know, what other people say is what other people say, you know, I know mine and so forth. Are you serious? Based on your thinking? So Wing Chuners need to learn to think. Why are you attacked? Because you are not clear what's going on. And you're keeping thinking your lineage, your grandmaster say this and that. You have no proof, people love the hell out of you. Okay? Now, what you don't know is 10 years ago, or this is 14 years ago already, the Fat San's museum, the researcher, have made investigations on Wing Chun's root. Do you know that? So to cut this short, read it. Okay, this is the thing. This is the beginning of it. You know, using the Google Translate. Regarding the development history of Wing Chun in Fat San, there has been a few records in documents and books. As a result, there are different opinions about its origin, which has caused confusion among the major Wing Chun fans in the world. The other is a staff member of Fat San Museum, the place where Wing Chun is most popular. In line with the rigorous attitude in researching local history, the author has gone various places which Wing Chun is popular inside outside province for interview, investigation, and research, and has oriented a large amount of relevant information, written, physical, audio, video material on the development of history of Wing Chun. Now we have summarized and sorted out the information about. You have to be careful. This is official thing, okay? And inside here, it talk about, oh, Wing Chun is from White Crane. We're going to come back this, okay, later on. Wing Chun is from White Crane. This technical, that technical, okay? But remember, at the beginning, this White Crane Grandmaster have already said, White Crane must not related to Wing Chun and Bruce Lee. So he denied that. He cut it off, right? So what is going on here? Okay. Now, this is this section of it. This is in their conclusion. This blue one. Read what it is. The introductions of Wing Chun to Fat San has a lot to do with Red Boat, this disciple, looking at the above statement, no matter which one is true, it is true that Wang Hua okay, Liang Yitai, Lok Gam, which is Dai Fa Ming Gam, are the first generations of Wing Chun successor in Fat San undoubted. This is from, as what I said, from the museum, okay? Fat San Museum researcher. You don't mess around with this kind of thing, okay? Now, so he said that, oh yeah, Wing Chun first generations is this Wang Hua Liang Yitai, Lok Gam. Now, a few days ago, I just bring this Grandmaster law of the Snake Crane Wing Chun up because I say I respect him. He is a wise, down-to-earth person who protect his Snake Crane Wing Chun. Why? Read this. That's what he say in Cantonese. We don't know who is San Gam's teacher. We don't know if Ji Sim is the teacher of San Gam. We only know we are from San Gam. San Gam is Lok Jin, Lok Gam, Dai Fa Ming Gam. We don't know how we can talk about history. We only can talk about what we know. Go watch my YouTube, this one. Now you see, Grandmaster Law is a really smart, intelligent, wise person. The insider know what is going on. And when the Fat San Museum already wrote that down, are you trying to still pushing for your Ji Sim whatever? So that's why I respect him a lot. He don't change things, okay? This is the history by data. This is what it is what it is. Okay, researcher. Now, also in the same period of time, this is 2010. Okay, June. This is 6 months prior to that. Okay, 2009. The article is from this guy in China who investigate in Wing Chun. He said this is about discussions on the Fujian White Crane and the Canton Wing Chun. So is the discussions on the relationship between Fujian White Crane and Canton Wing Chun. Now let me get the contents here and again Google Translate for you. Here he said, and the burning of fine jade, okay, which is King Hui Gun, as stated in the novel, is also a huge lie. Although the burning of fine jade hall is indeed true, so the King Hui Gun, the anti-Qing Wing Chun was burned. The King Hui Gun was actually closed down by the Qing army in the uprising. It has nothing to do with the anti-Qing and restorations of Ming Dynasty by Zen Master Ji Sim Mui and Fong Seiyuk. Okay, it is only related to uprising of Red Boat artists led by Red Boat disciple Li Man Mao. So here he pointed out that all those fine jade story related to Ji Sim Mui, Fong Seiyuk, all are huge lies. Those are only in novel. The real thing is related to the Red Boat uprising artist Li Man Mao. Okay? There is no evidence in the research of some literary and literature and historical expert to show the existence of such master like Ji Sim Mui. But the author still quote from this person's book that Mui are the master of Yong Chun's white crane boxing, or the the Fujian's Wing Chun, white crane Wing Chun. Okay, so this is Li Gang. He said that this is one of the grandmaster, famous grandmaster, well-known grandmaster in Asia on the white crane. So he said this person, there is no evidence in research, by the literature and historical expert to show existence of such master like Mui. But the author still quote from the Li Gang's book that Mui are the master of Yong Chun, Fujian Yong Chun boxing, Fujian white crane. It stands to reason that the author, Mr. Li or Li Gang, is the successor of Yong Chun white crane boxing from Fujian, and the history of Yong Chun white crane boxing record and successive successor boxing record and other information are quite rich. So it's like you expect that this person, this grandmaster, have this much of informations and successing, have a lot of things, know a lot of things. He should be very clear about whether the Mui are the successor of white crane boxing. Why are they just citing others, discuss without being able to put forward your own evidence and arguments? It's looking for evidence now. Show me your evidence, such as the descriptions of the old boxing manual. Which generations is disciple Ng Mui was, his predecessor and descendants. So it is saying that you want to talk about Mui, show me in historical evidence in records. Can you prove that Mui exists instead of just using the name? Okay. And then here he said, also according to Liang, this another person, last name Liang, point of view, Wing Chun is a kung fu created by Mui to restrain the Shaolin traitor. However, according to the novel, the masters were the backbone of the anti-Qing in the early days. But later on, Mui in turn killed Feng Xiaoyu, who was also the backbone of the anti-Qing. So may I ask which one of these two is the traitor? So people at that time, 15 years ago, question all the hell of it. People want to, it just, bottom line, you want to talk something, you better have something to back you up in the history, okay? And I just sincerely hope that all these people who still alive today, they are serious people who study in Wing Chun history and research. Not just saying, oh, I say this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, despite of all these things happen, like the Fasan Museum have the study, the white crane grandmaster say, hey, don't link it to Wing Chun and Bruce Lee, and then this person publicly call out saying that, hey man, prove that you really got to do with anti-Qing, okay? And stop lying to try to link Mui Jisim to the anti-Qing uprising of the Liman Mao. Despite of that, people keep still making their story. Wing Chun is from Fujian Wing Chun. Like this, okay, there's another thing written from Hoxan in Gulou, saying that Wing Chun is based on white crane Wing Chun, okay, and have all the theory and so forth, like using center line and so forth, and So 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 people don't know that under that for the pro is checking everything out, have debunking, have question thing, and have concluding, but they still keeping making up stories until today. Okay, and like this. Oh, still, G-Sims went to the fine jet. Just now he's saying that, come on, don't. It is a huge lie. The G-Sim got nothing to do with this. How can you prove that? There's no history record, blah blah blah. And the fine jet is with the red boat Riemann Mao. And people just still say, oh yeah, G-Sim hiding in the fine jet. And then GCM student is one is the a female student. He's playing the female role, and he is the Wing Chun. Uh, how to say Miss Wing Chun the third something. Okay, Yong Chun San Liang. You know what is the problem? First, this guy is making up that the Jisim is hiding in the King Fa Wei Gun or the Fine Jet. The second is this guy doesn't read history. At the Fine Jet, the uprising time, there is no such thing as female actor, actor or actress in the King Fa Wei Gun or Red Book Opera. Go read history. So people making up things left and right even is contradict with historic. So people still, even though a lot of massive research is doing there, people just doing their stuff. It's like the other day, I say that, the gatekeeper of Snake Crane Wing Chun, Grandmaster Law here declared that this is say he want to clarify, he only can do this because he don't want to fall into the trap of this thing. Once you fall into the trap of this thing, you're over. Why? Because the pro know what the heck is going on. Okay. Now, so I'm making movie. Okay, this is Su San Liang. Okay, so this is the person here, the female, which is a student of the GCM and so forth. Now, oh my God, so you put down here, you go watch this movie, you put it into the West, everybody in America, in Europe, in the world believe on this thing. And yet 15 years ago, people already sought you out, pointed you out. That's how serious it is, okay? So as what I said, don't be a doo-doo, but keeping thinking, oh, I'm thinking this way, I can thinking that way. Now, you see here, he said that the first generations is Dai Fa Ming Kam, Wong Hua Po, those people. And here is only proven that, and they know that GSIM, all this thing is not got to do with the fine jet, but it's in the novels, it's writing novels. But guess what? They didn't solve the problem where Wing Chun is from, what Wing Chun is. It's never been solved. Even the pro step in. Okay. So why can this expert fully solve the Wing Chun history and technical problem, but only circle in the surface? At the end, they don't have solution. They only say, oh yeah, Dai Fa Ming Gam is the first generation. That's the same thing as what the Snake Crane Wing Chun's Grandmaster Law said. It's their first generations. But how about before that? Where's Wing Chun's from? Is it, and the other person talk about the Jisim is not related to the Li Man Mao, of the fine jade, and another grandmaster say, well, this got nothing to do with Wing Chun, Fujian White Crane, but they never solve. They never tell you what it is. They just circle in the surface until today. That's why more and more still people talking this way. The reason why they get stuck is because they only have the 1867 Pro Ching Wing Chun's information. Thus, there's a gap they cannot recover. They don't know where is Wing Chun from. They don't know exactly how is this Wing Chun, what does it mean? Why is it a female art? And on this YouTube, I share with you that when I was in Fatsan, the researcher asked me, so what is Wing Chun contribute to the people of Canton and the people of China? So this is the people, okay, who do those research asking me. Well, in the YouTube, I shared with them the Hong Mun salutations, the anti-Qing and all those things. And they say, oh yeah, now I know. Now we know. Why did they ask that questions? Because after the 1867, Wing Chun, all this time, this era time, is taking the capitalist side. You can see that rich people there, smoking opium is there. And you can understand that people never forgot that, what you do to them. And that's why when the Communist Party come in, all those who related to capitalists have to go. Or else, is there any Wing Chun people get executed? Yes. Okay. So that's the reality. That's why they ask me that questions. So the reason why they cannot solve it. So I visited that Fatsan 2017, which is 6 years after this research done. 7 years after this research done. Okay. Now, the reason for that is because they only have this part of the story. They think, oh yeah, Wing Chun people is just the capitalist people. And up to today, we must not say that all the capitalist Wing Chun are bad people, because they need to live at that time too. They need to survive. They need to make a living, and not, we cannot stereotype people. Okay, not all capitalists is bad. Okay, but people remember what you do in the general form, right? Now, so whatever the history of Wing Chun and everything is only here. Start 1867. That's why you have all the speculations on the white crane and so forth, so forth. Because people don't know what happened in this prior to the uprising. Like he mentioned here, Li Man Mao. Okay, this Li Man Mao, Li Wen Mao. Well, they don't have this information at that time. So they don't know Yikam and all those the Shaolin connection and all this anti-Qing. They don't know. They have no idea on that. China has been going through the war. You know that in 1854, when the uprising is lost, the anti-Qing come to America, go to South Asia, or just go to some deserted area, and don't even want to mention their name, so that they don't get killed by the Qing army. And you know that this is pro-Qing. So because of they don't have this part, they not be able to solve it. They don't even know that there is the anti-Qing and pro-Qing red boat. Okay. Now, so of course they know that there's a fine date is burned, and then they start another red boat, but they don't even know that, like Tai Fa Min Gam, his student is all this Qing officer. Okay, now So now this Wing Chun 1850s writing is in the spotlight. So why is Wing Chun 1850s very, very important for the serious Wing Chun study? Because it objectively let the historical evidence tell the contents, not opinion, not adding the personal opinion. What is what it is. Now you say, well, Hendrik, okay, back to this again. You keep insisting you are the only one has the absolute truth. Then you'll always be argued by one who think differently. You get into this, right? Is this person, this friend wrong? No, he's not wrong. He's have a good heart. He's speaking the truth. But what he doesn't know is this. The entire world will question it. Hey, are you serious, Hendrik, about this Wing Chun 1850s document and everything? Are you bullshitting us? Are you making it up? Well, guess what? You cannot make up. Why? Because the Wing Chun 1850 is written in the classical Chinese ritual or ritual Chinese. Okay? This called Wen Yan Wen, refer to the classic style of Chinese writing that used in ancient China and characterized by its elaborate formal language. This style of writing is prevalent in Chinese literature, official document, and scholar works for thousands of years up until early 20th century. It's characterized by complex grammatic structure, a large vocabulary of classic character, and real lines or allusions and idiomatic expressions. It is often considered more poetic and literally in nature and can be challenging for modern writer to understand about specialist training. And today's the language you are using is after the early 20th century is modern, this kind of thing. Now, in this Wen Yan Wen or classical Chinese, there is two rules. Nobody can get away. The rule is quote from the classic, is meaning 引经据典. When you want to say something, you better tell us where the source is. And then it always has using the preceding text to decode the later text. So if you want to talk about something, you have to point to the original text. Where is the source? The second is if it is you want to read to understand something, you need to understand what is the preceding text is about. So nobody can bullshit on the 1850s Wing Chun because it is this thing. Now, due to that, we know this is the 1850s writing. This part of it is from the Shaolin Sword Strike. Without the Shaolin Sword Strike classic, you cannot decode it. Another part of it is from the Mei Zhuang. Otherwise, you don't know what the heck is it they're talking here. Another part is where? Is from the Fujian White Crane writing. Without this, you don't know what the heck it is. So the major of this is the Shaolin Sword Strike with the Mei Zhuang conditioning with some part of the White Crane techniques. Not from White Crane Fujian, okay? So for example, this term, 单朝阳, single 朝阳, that is the well-known Fujian White Crane term, okay? But it is just a techniques. Over here, why is the Shaolin Sword Strike is important? It's because this is saying that if you practice, you must know this prior to you practice the sets. So This entire thing, like your fees issue from heart, everything, all of them is within the Shaolin Classic. And of course, this last sentence, you need to know about the anti-Qing Hongmen, or else you need to have the anti-Qing, you understand the coding system, or else you have no idea what the heck it is. So nobody can bullshit you because it is what it is, okay? So that's what Chinese. Nobody can like today say, well, my interpretation, your interpretations. Sorry. So it is that clear. Now, it is because of this, is this clear? So you can answer the questions. Why is Wing Chun is a female art? You can explain. You know the reason from the writing. Why is Wing Chun is a female art? Why is it belong to anti-Qing Hongmen? Why is it related to Qi Ji Guang? It is all based on quote from the classic using the preceding text to decode the later text. There is no such thing as in my humble opinion, or I think so. Okay? So again, when you get something like that in the Chinese classic, you don't have something like this. You don't have something like argued by one who think differently. How can you argue? You don't even know what it is there. So how can you think? It's beyond your dream, okay? Or beyond your imagination. That's how it is. Unless you know it, it's beyond your imagination. That's just the truth. Now, so everybody say, oh, Wing Chun is a sticking body short strike. Or in the movie, everywhere, people say sticking body short strike. But if you don't have this, you don't have this classic, which is pointing at the Shaolin classic. This is a sticking body short strike. You will never know. And you know that the Shaolin classic is actually an evolution of the Qi Ji Guang for writing again, because Shaolin classic also have to do this. Quote from the classic using the preceding text to decode the later text. That's how the Chinese scholars works for 1,000 years up to early 2000, this is 1900 works. That's why the Chinese be able to understand what they wrote in the past thousands of years. But after that new reform using the modern Chinese, nobody, if you just learn the modern Chinese, you have no idea what is going on here. There's this Chinese, okay? And again, you want to talk about the plum flower footwork. If you don't know this Shaolin sword strike, seriously, oh my God, you're making this up. This is not what the plum flower footwork is about. This is somebody's opinion. And so the same with the sword strike, the inch power, the Bruce Lee inch power, the Bruce Lee inch power. It is here in this line, and it is decoded there clearly. The underslip force is a heavy force. Strike at the chest will penetrate to the back. Extraordinary strength of the strong person. The crispy force is issued by the intentional slight contraction. You have to go to to know what the heck it is. Otherwise, you just completely lost. Okay? So that's the reality. Who to argue? What to argue? Now, without the Shaolin Classic, one will not be able to know what exactly these are. Like today, the term is still there. Lai Lao Hui Song. Receive the incoming, send out the leaving. Thuyền Chồng San Phạt, fifth issue from heart. Big bow, pressurized steps. My son, close into the opponent's body. Thị Sam Tuyến Ta, sticking body, short strike. Sun Gong, body conditioning. Hei Fat, breathing training. Without that Shaolin Classic, you will not know what it is clearly. Now, in the Wing Chun history until today, there are three writings marked for three different era. The first writing is the 1850s writing. The second writing is the 1890s writing. The third is actually the interview of Grandmaster Yip Man. You can check how what is here has been lost here, and what is here has been further lost here, and what is still intact. You can check that with this thing. With all these three documents you lined up, you can see what it is. Not up for anybody's opinion. For example, Grandmaster Yip Man in this interview saying about the Lai Lao Hui Song, come receive. And he talk about the Tan Bong, the like here. Oh, so he talk about like the Han Bong Phục here, he talk about the receiving, okay? Lawyer receiving. And here, yeah, you know, he talk about receiving. So you want to go the translations here. If one using Tan Sao, Phục Sao, or Bong Sao to receive the attack. Now, this is about Lai Lao Hui Song to receive the attack. That is according to the Shaolin Short Strike Classic. The Shaolin Short Strike Classic say, long come, short accept, habitually close in. Meaning that when people strike at you with a long fist, you accept him and you close in. So he said, long come, short receive, okay? Short accept is like a short receive. You are in a short, you are a short strike art. So you receive him. Long coming, short receive, habitually close into the opponent's body, okay? So this is the writing of Shaolin Classic. So when Grandmaster Yip Man say receiving, he is right. So from here, you can check back to here that this is aligned. The knowledge is aligned. That is about the short strike. Okay, now. So you can see that the accept the incoming Lai Lao Hui Song and the long coming short strike for the Shaolin Classic and the Lai Lao Hui Song, they are actually talking about the same thing. It's just using different words. But the common term, receive, okay, is there. Receive or accept is there. Now, so this is like a guy who playing long fist. This is the short strike guy. So an analysis in drawing is like this. He strike him, the short strike guy come in right away. So, okay, he strike him. This is a short strike Wing Chun guy. So the long fist guy get in, the short strike guy get in right away, receive and actually close in. So it end out like this. Okay? Now, so how is that look like? Well, you want to think uh, Mark and Trish who have taken this picture. Okay. So this is what it is. He strike you with a long fist. You accept him. You receive him. Right away you get in. Okay. So we need to thank Jack and Trish to have this thing. So this is short strike, Wing Chun Shaolin short strike. So what is big bow pressurized step? What is close into the opponent's body? What is the sticking body short strike? What? There's big bow. He already stepped in to pressurize the guy. My son, he's already close in. He pressurized Jack's body. And this is sticking body short strike. So what Grandmaster Yip Man present on receiving his teaching is a chord. It's in line. It's in line even after 1850 until this is 1970. It's online. Okay. Now, but you look at today's Wing Chun. Okay. Like here, you say that use Tan Bong Fok to receive the attack. Look at today's ChatGPT on what is Wing Chun Tan Sao do. In Wing Chun, the Tan Sao technique is used to deflect and contouring an opponent's arm. When applying Tan Sao with forward pressure, practitioners typically use it to redirect the incoming force whilst simultaneously moving forward to maintain pressure and control over the opponent. The techniques help maintain dominance at one position during close quarter combat. Are you serious? Sorry, Grandmaster Yip Man didn't say that. Grandmaster Yip Man say receive. This is saying that you forward pressure. Okay? And when you forward pressure, how the world are you going to get close? Look at this. This short strike is you have to pull back to receive so that he come in, you pull back. If you are pushing it with your forward pressure, you go end up pushing him away or pushing yourself away. How is that close quarter combat? So just even 50 years from 1970 until today, 2024, there's people still following Grandmaster Yip Man's teaching, even Tan Sao for receive, or the Lai Lao Hui Song, all this. No, it is something else already. It's no longer the Tan Sao. What it is, it's no longer close quarter fighting because you're pushing him out. You cannot get close to him. Another thing I want to share with you. Everybody talk about the hand issue from heart, right? So this is the 1850. He said, eyes track hand, hand must track heart, and hand issue from heart. Remember, it's no longer just hand issue from heart. So we know. Up to here, the eyes have been lost. It only have this fist issue from heart from 1867 until today. Now, so can I check this from the Shaolin Classic. Didn't we say that, it is using the preceding text to decode the later text code from the classic? Let's look into it. So this is the summarize of Shaolin short strike, close quarter fighting or sticking body short strike. Uh, the summarize of the techniques and the characteristics. Over here, he said that the first thing he said that all martial arts using the eyes as the number one key. Okay. Now, so the ancient is really, really details. This thing, it further defined for you. Okay. This thing. Okay. So it continue on define. So at the end of this thing, and okay, so I want to explain to you first. This thing here, this paragraph here, which is summarize what is short strike, is actually this, presenting this thing. Even this is the diagram. This is telling you what this guy is doing with the forearms. Okay, now. So they have the classic have a further explanations on this thing. And the further explanations, the last sentence saying this. The previous ancestor or the previous sifus using the heart to issue the hand. Eyes is the key. So this is using the heart issue the hand. So there's hand issue from heart using the eyes as the major, for detection and so forth. That's what this is here. Eye must track hand must track heart. Hand issue from heart. So we know what is missing here. We know what is missing here. We know what is the full teaching, what is going on here. Okay? And hand issue from heart. It further defined for you. So this is saying this. Retract is normal physical state. Expand only when it is needed. Expand less, retract more often to handle the movement effectively. Extending will cause difficulties in making changes. Thus, it's better to stay on guard in the vicinity of heart position. That is another definitions in the classic to further share with you what is hand issue from heart. Okay, so the ancients define the thing to make it clear. Another thing is here, right? Concessions without conceding is exceptional. Always face the component when one dodge and turn. You face the opponent like that, your heart facing him. That is another definitions for this. And then there's another definitions for this. It's just keeping defined it. It's like what? It's like the today's legal, if you have a legal document like the legal patent document, it is keeping defined it. Claim 1, Claim one is this, claim one is this, claim one is this, keeping define it. That's how the Chinese doing it. So it is, sorry, it's not up for anybody's interpretations. Okay. And I want to share with you here, because this is describing here too, right? The entire body must fill with strength, rise and sing, participate, and disengage. Being proactive is the key. Strike need to be dense and close, close contact. And out of control ways mean one is out of control, meaning your hip has to be controlled. Like only the other day, I make a YouTube say, hey man, you better handle your hips. Okay. Leaning and sticking to the opponent's body, leg and arm for sensing. Set up, control, and attack. Using your body, leg, and arm to sense, not just chisao using a hand. Your entire body, your entire leg, body, and your arm are sensing and attacking and controlling. From head to feet, every joint is changing and spinning when carry out the attack and defense. When dealing with opponent without hatred is the proper mental attitude. It's not like today, people say, wow, Wing Chun is about hatred. No, it's not that. That's movie, okay? This is a real thing. Flow with opponents, simultaneously attack and counter-attack with the 8 edges. The 8 edges is defined as feet, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, arm, and wrist. So you want to do this. If you want to look at this Tris and Jack thing, you look at this as in already. He attacked his groin area with his clutch, with his hip area already. So the entire body slammed in. This is this. Okay, that's the description. I mean, in black and white, it is here. And also it described this. Sticking body. Sticking body. Stick to your opponent's body. When confronting the opponent, one need to be calm. When opponent make a move, you move into the opponent's opening, stick to the side of the opponent, of the enemy with one hand and shoulder, using the body and footwork to thwart the opponent, causing the opponent to be difficult to be accepted. That's what it is. That's what it is. So what is that? That is fake bow. That is closing to the opponent. The sticking body short strike is all defined and defined as what I say. It's like a legal document, like the patent law, patent descriptions. Every claim is defined 10 times, okay? That's what it is. And then on big bow, the pressure steps, pressurized steps, it is this. It's called leg management. So this is what he said. Contract and then shoot in with leaning, attack the opening with your strong point is an effective way. How could the opponent defend against both lower part and of the body being attacked by legs management and upper part of body being attacked by the hand technique simultaneously? This is exactly what. Trees move in right away, receive him, move in, slam him on the bottom with the leg, hip area to the clutch. The hand come right away. So if you want to have a female art that a female can defeat a big guy, you better have this. You cannot afford to have your tan sao forward pressure. You're going to break apart, okay? How can you go pressurize your opponent if you are, just think about this, between Jack and Tris. Can trees have any chance to forward pressure or whatever heck? Or as in the Shaolin teaching, a female art, you go in, you shoot his groin, right away you attack, you elbow his neck or his chest. You want to play? That's not strike. That's female art, okay? Now, this is the grandmaster, the founder of the Shaolin sword strike from Shaolin. This exists in late 1600 in Songshan Shaolin. This picture, this drawing is actually, what is this? This is Biuji, okay? Biuji, yes, Wing Chun Biuji, that is Biuji drawing. Of course, this Shaolin is not today. Shaolin, today's communist Shaolin, I don't even know what it is, okay? It is no longer this, okay? Now, here I talk about breathing. Breathing. You know, body conditioning, you know that your entire body has to talk. Now I talk about breathing, you know, like here, it should tell you already. From head to feet, every joint is changing and spinning when carry out attack and defend. Okay? You have to have your entire body be able to talk. Okay? And you better be able to shoot in and get close. That's the body conditioning. As for breathing, the same classic. The transportation of force or jing is based on breathing. The handling of breathing depends on the lower abdomen. If the breathing is not the lower abdomen type, but at the chest type, the handling of leg and footwork will not be solid. How will this defeat the opponent? Breathing is strength, the root of a martial arts. This is within that classic. So if you want to train a female to be able to fight, the entire thing is there. And of course, it's not up for anybody's thinking. It's not up for anybody's thinking. It's got nothing to do with absolute truth or anything. It is just written there, defined there. It's like you're reading a pattern, a pattern, okay, a high-tech pattern where every claim is well defined. I don't know whether you call that ultimate absolute truth or not. I don't know. I just know that that is the pattern. All the claim is well defined. So anybody think differently or whatever, well, they can do whatever they think. But the issue is that they don't know what they are talking about or what they are facing. And that's why unless you have this kind of stuff, you don't know what is Wing Chun. Okay? And again, as what I share with you, from here, 1850 to here today, like just now the Tan Sao receiving, up to today's ChatGPT, you know it's gone. If you're keeping making up all the story about Mui or Jisim and then or this Wing Chun, Wang Chun thing, and then the White Crane, Fujian, Taiji, you know, by tracking in the history, the entire thing is gone already. Who are we going to kid? Okay. So we can come back to even though like over here, the Fatsan research of the museum, I say that, oh yeah, Wing Chun is from White Crane. And then people here say Wing Chun is from Fried Crane. This is from Gulo, say Wing Chun is from Fried Crane. Let's look closely. Now we know what is Wing Chun. So let's compare. Okay. So here, some against me citing Qi Ji Guang Shaolin Short Strike, Wing Chun 1850 record. I just go through with you all that details. However, they believe in Fujian White Crane record that just show a biased mindset because they say, oh yeah, Fujian Wing Chun White Crane is the mother art of the Wing Chun and everything, right? We know it is Wing Chun 1850 do have have a small portions of techniques from White Crane, but most of it is Shaolin Short Strike and Mei Zhuang. We acknowledge that what is written there is what is written there. Nobody can change that. But it is not from White Crane. Why? You look at their Sanjin. Okay, this is the writing of the Sanjin. Writing of the Sanjin. Okay, translate a little bit here. Sanjin is a hard art. The strength type is muscular dynamic tension, joint power, and shoulder blade strength exertion. It is a not giving in art, meaning that over here, 中门不让，子午不离。中门不让 is meaning that I'm not going to giving in. In the middle door, I face you square, I'm not going to giving in. I just explained to you the 1850 Shulita, what it is. It is a soft art snake body because you need to shoot in. Your body need to be turned from your feet, spinning from your feet to your top, okay? Using the kinetic change. I just share with everybody on the kinetic chain here. On this kinetic chain stuff, okay? So one is the dynamic tension, one is playing with the kinetic chain. Playing with the kinetic chain stuff, okay? Now, and then this one, as what I just explained to you, is an art of not giving in. Face square, I'm going to crush in. I'm not going to giving in. Well, the Shilian Tao art I just share with you here. Concessions without conceding. Concessions without conceding. So all this in 1850s writing is the spiral change, kinetic change of the seven bowls and natural flow of breathing, which is from Mei, and then consists without concessions. It is a slip-in art. It is a slips-in art. The opponent is strong. I cannot fight him. I just go slip in, hammer his lower power body and upper power body, just pressurize the hell out of him, which is pressurize his body, taking his center line out. So how is this the same? How is this the same type of art? One is shoot in or slide in. What concess without concession? A strike come, trace here will be concess without concessions, dodge and slides in, shoot in right away and attack. It is exactly this. Dodge to dissipate the force which could move a mountain. Soar, shift, and shoot into the opponent at the same instant. Taking advantage of opponent's opening, concess without concession is exceptional. Always face the opponent with one when one dodge and turn. Isn't it face the opponent? That is Wing Chun, female art, okay? Short strike. Not this. Not this, not giving up, power joint, dynamic tension of kind of art. This is the Sanjin, this is the Xiu Lim Tao. So to study the Chinese Kung Fu, one must study the details, respect historical reality, not pushing baseless personal belief and opinion. You're going to push this chat GPT stuff, you just destroy what Grandmaster Yip Man teach. You destroy Wing Chun, okay? It's just that that's the reality. Now, the Fat San's researcher have listed this out, saying that, okay, another example is recorded in the Fujian Yongchun White Crane boxing is one handling the inner joint is like iron, the outer joint is like cotton, and this is chat GPT, okay, translate here. Straight can break horizontal, horizontal can break straight. Counter hard with hard. Remember this, they say counter hard with hard and counter soft with hard. Remember that, counter hard with hard and counter soft with hard. How is the Wing Chun? Okay. So isn't we talk about Wing Chun is concess without concessions? We just slips in. I say, okay. Attack opening. You just attack opening, cross the door, the guard. This that's why this is called a hard art. There is a bridge, cross it. There's no bridge, create it. Okay. Over here, he said that this is in line with the Wing Chun formula: attack from opening, receive when touch your arm, using softness to control hardness, using fastness to counter slowness. Soft within hardness, combination of hard and soft. Receive the incoming and send away the leaving. Disengage, thrust forward, and dissolve straight attack with rattle and lead rattle incoming attack with straight. Well, this summarize of the Fat San Museum is wrong. Why? White Crane is not Wing Chun. Why? Because here is counter hard with hard and counter soft with hard. Remember here he said what? Receive the incoming, send away the leaving. Lai Lao Hui Song. Lai Lao Hui Song is not teaching you to counter hard with hard and counter soft with hard. Shaolin Soft Strike saying that what does Grandmaster Yip Man say? If one using Tan Pong Fok to receive the attack, that actually strike will be as if hitting on the bamboo stick. Is that hard? Counter hard with hard? Of course it's not. So we know that the White Crane Grandmaster at the first say that no, don't get linked together with the Wing Chun or Bruce Lee. It's because do you know what you are doing? Okay, and we cannot blame on the Fat San Museum because they don't understand martial arts. Actually, only last year when I talked with our friend in Fat San, he told me point blank, he said, well, Hendrik, I'm just researching the history on the martial art, I don't know. So now I pointed to you. Forget about this. Wing Chun is from Fujian White Crane thing. The Fujian White Crane people don't like that you are using their name. And the art is not. Okay. So why do we want to using other people's, as I shared with you in the beginning? It is sad and stupid to using other people's name as your parents. Just look at how the Sanjing is performed. Isn't this a hard art? Isn't this is a hard art strength type? The strength type is muscular dynamic tension, joint power, and shoulder blade strength exertion. It is not about, is this not about concess without concessions? How is this type of a power generation can get close? This is pushing away. Look at this. Even people might thinking, oh, it's soft, but it's pushing away. It is not this. It can be like this. It can be like this. Okay. Now this is the white crane training. Is that soft? Square, pushing. That's white crane. So one need to know what is one's, do one know enough to understand what is going on here? And by the way, this is Shaolin Wing Chun. Shaolin Wing Chun say the Tang Yek family, the Tang family, it is a close body art. It is not a sticking body art. This is their distance. That's why when they play their wooden dummy is this distance. It is not this. It's not training for this. It's not training for this forearms, using all the leg arm, the body arm, and then the hand arm. It is not this. So this is all the details. We like it or not, I don't even care to say that I have the absolute truth or not. It is just like reading a pattern of a high-tech pattern in Silicon Valley. You better know every details, what is described in every claims. Or else you get into big trouble because you don't even know what it is. You go to the court, you lost. So this is the final I want you to do, how to say that, to experience, to understand. Go back watching this YouTube. The final scene with the emperor. This is the last samurai. At that time, after Tom Cruise present to the emperor said, they have modernized a lot of things, but we cannot forget who we are, where we come from. Watch that so you understand what I'm getting into. Okay? Finally, I want to share with you all. Being respect from others and become strong. Wing Chun becomes strong. All Wing Chuners become respected and strong. All the grandmaster disregard of lineage in the past being respected. We need to know who we are and where we come from. We need to know where we are and we come from. Without knowing where we from, who we are, nobody can avoid this. Nobody can avoid all this put down and all this thing. That's the reality. So please watch that Last Samurai, the last scene. That's what is my agenda. So be it leave this YouTube until 1,000 years later. This is what Hendrik says. See, is it what Hendrik walk his talk on this issue? So that is what it is. Why do I need to go? How to say that? Fighting to get this thing out? Is it because of my lineage? Because of I am the grandmaster, or I'm the fifth generations from the fine jet, or I want to make a lot of money, I want to make a student? Is that? Let the history see what I'm doing. When I die, my coffin is closed. You guys can see what I'm doing. Okay? And for those who want to understand me, watch that Last Samurai. If you care for Wing Chun, you need to know who you are, where you're from. And then you base on that, you grow. You cannot keeping in the place like, oh yeah, you know, I'm the grandmaster. I have the secret. What secret? Today I tell you already all about the Wing Chun. I tell you where to get those informations. What secret? So it's a long YouTube, I know, but this is need to be said. As what I always say, I'm a diabetic type 1, born diabetic type 1. The lifespan of diabetic type 1, if you go in the Google and you check it, is 67-year-old. I am 65.5 now. I might live another 1.5 years. But at least make my life, how to say that, valuable to people. Not every day I am the grandmaster. Every day I'm this. Do you care? Do you care of what happened, all these people? For the future, for the past? Or you just me? I'm the grandmaster. I say this, my opinion. And you have to accept me. You have to, I demand you because I am the grandmaster Hendrik Santo. You have to bow to me. Who cares? To a dead person, it doesn't matter, isn't it?